If you've ever enjoyed a meal at Fiddler's Hearth, first, you're a smart person because Fiddler's is amazing, but you're actually dining inside one of downtown South Bend's oldest surviving commercial buildings. Built not too long after the Civil War ended, this building originally consisted of two separate storefronts, 125 and 127 North Main. In fact, the original plans were so old that they even included permission to build an outhouse behind the building. At 127 North Main, by 1885, E. Jonquet operated a French confectionery, serving candies, fruit ices, sherbets, and ice cream. Over the next several decades, that same storefront reinvented itself time and time again. It became the City Restaurant, then Arthur Johnson's Cafe, where oysters were served any style you wanted them. Later came Joseph Cahill's Meat Market and Delicatessen, advertising everything from Thanksgiving turkeys and geese to rabbits. By the early 1900s, it had become the South Bend Tea Store, later the Normal Tea Store, selling tea, coffee, butter, eggs, and groceries. Meanwhile, next door, at 125 North Main, a very different story was unfolding. That storefront became home to Reinhold Hardware. While 127 was feeding downtown, 125 was supplying it with tools, paints, stoves, builder supplies, and just about everything needed to build and maintain a growing city. Then in 1919, those two stories became one. Reinhold purchased the neighboring storefront at 127, removed the wall, separating the buildings, and combined 125 and 127 North Main into one big hardware store, one of the largest in South Bend. After Reinhold closed during the Depression, another remarkable chapter began. In 1936, the building became the legendary Club Lido. For nearly 40 years, Club Lido was one of downtown South Bend's premier dining destinations. It wasn't just a restaurant, it was an experience. Couples came here for elegant dinners, cocktails, live orchestras, dancing, floor shows, and late-night entertainment. Owner Stanley Haid was constantly reinventing the restaurant. In 1941, Club Lido went tropical, featuring Latin music, exotic floor shows, and performers from Chicago and Hollywood. Years later, Haid even traveled to France to recruit an authentic French chef, believing South Bend deserved world-class dining. Local favorite Marge Dudick would later become a fixture at the piano, entertaining generations of diners who celebrated birthdays, anniversaries, and countless special occasions beneath this roof. Eventually, the swanky Club Lido closed in 1977 after 60-plus years. It gave way to the Copper Key, Gooby's, Mickey's Pub, and several other restaurants before the building briefly sat vacant in 2002. And that's when Fiddler's Hearth opened its doors here. For nearly a quarter century now, this public house has filled this historic building with authentic Irish food, live traditional music, and a sense of community that has made it one of downtown South Bend's most beloved gathering places. And continuing the nearly century and a half that this building has spent bringing people together.